What's up everyone, and welcome to Jayconomics. My name is Jay and it's a pleasure to meet all of you. On this channel, we take a look at anything related to finance with a strong focus on investing. So if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, then please consider subscribing and liking this video to help me on my quest to befriend the big, bad YouTube algorithm. After investors have seen WellHealth and CloudMD run up like crazy over the last few months, and now having JacknathanHealth also run up like crazy in the last few days, it's clear that the telehealth stocks are the hot sector to be in right now in Canada. CloudMD, by the way, which was halted yesterday, just announced a $25 million financing at $2.40 per share, which actually got moved up to $32.4 million. So this is fantastic news for long-term bulls on this company. We saw this before. They already did a first financing and they did it with no warrants. And again now, same thing. So this company really has a lot of leverage right now and is doing what they need to do to grow. So I'm really excited to see what comes next for them. Most likely some acquisitions coming soon. In today's episode, I will reveal 5 penny stocks that I see a lot of potential in, just like CloudMD. But before I do, anyone who isn't currently a part of our free Smart Money Squad Discord server, you should go do that right now. There's lots of good dialogue right now and content in there. The link will be in the description below. So make that thumbs up turn blue and subscribe if you're new. It really does help the channel a lot and I really do appreciate it. So now without further ado, let's get into the video. So stock number 1 for today is Carebrook Technologies. Now this trades on the TSX Venture only, unfortunately. So it's a brand new listing on the TSX Venture. The stock has gone down sharply since IPO day actually, but I think it could see a big bounce back in a big way because people really don't even know about the company yet. Now if we look at the numbers, Carebrook brought in $4 million in revenues in 2019 and has a market cap of around $60 million. To compare, JacknathanHealth brought in $3 million in revenues in 2019 and has a $200 million market cap right now. So Carebrook comes with a lot more risk at the moment in terms of long-term execution, but that's the whole point of buying a stock like this. It comes at a cheaper valuation with more risk attached to it, but the upside could be much greater than, say, a company like JacknathanHealth. I personally like the upside here, especially considering $21 million was raised at $2.50 just recently, and we're currently sitting at a steep discount from that number right now. Now, there's definitely a higher apparent risk factor in play, like I mentioned, but again, with more risk comes more reward. So you'll have to kind of, gauge what your risk tolerance is on this one. Rexall, who obviously a big name in the pharmacy space here, is on board as a major partner. One more thing to point out here is that they just hired an investor relations firm, so they should be able to dish out some news in the near term. I do own 200 shares of Carebrook at an average cost of $1.99 Canadian, and I'll be looking to add on any dips below $2. Again, this is another play in the telehealth industry. Stock number 2 for today is Planet 13. Now this one trades on the Canadian Securities Exchange, the CSE, and over the counters as well. Now, cannabis is obviously an interesting industry that went through an extreme hype phase in 2018 before coming crashing down. Near its lows in March, I had picked up a company called Aphria as my cannabis buy and hold stock. But after weak earnings a few months back, I did reevaluate my choice and I decided to sell my position in Aphria for a 60% gain and put it all into Planet 13 warrants for the long haul. Now, Planet 13 is not your typical cannabis company. The business model is very different. It's kind of like the Disneyland of marijuana. I'm sure, like a lot of people who have invested in this company, it was initially brought to my attention by Jeremy from Financial Education. But after hearing about it, it did get my attention, and so I did my own deep dive on it. And so I really, really like what I see so far. Great numbers, great model, something that I can really get behind and believe in, something I can get excited about. I am currently invested into Planet 13, and I have been for a while now. As I said, I do own 4,000 warrants at an average cost of 60 cents Canadian, and I'm up only about 15% on the position. But, I was up over 100% just yesterday, but the warrants took a huge nosedive after an offering, after financing. But, this is not really a concern to me at all. It had run up way too much in my opinion anyways. And that's kind of the game you play with warrants. You can see massive dips and then you see massive gains in a very short amount of time. But again, Planet 13 for me is something I plan to hold for at least a year and kind of see where it goes after that. Company number 3, the Very Good Food Company. This one trades on the CSE and the OTC markets as well as of the 16th of October. So if you were a fan of FMCI Tattooed Chef and were a fan of Beyond Meat as well, then this company is one that you do need to look into. Now, I'm not a vegetarian or vegan myself, but I can see the bigger picture here, and the plant-based meat industry is still in its infancy and will continue to grow over the next 5 to 10 years. Very Good Food IPO'd in the summer and got a lot of love from the market, instantly shooting up from 25 cents all the way to $2, then back to $1, and has pretty much been slowly climbing back up since then. Today we're sitting at the $2 range now, and again, this morning we saw another jump to about $2.22. So we'll see if that kind of holds or if we kind of see a move back down. But with the company expanding to the States as well as throughout Canada, Very is prime for a chance to really make some noise in this sector. If we check out their website real quick, the backlog for the orders right now is like 5 to 6 weeks. It used to be 3 to 4 weeks. And so we know right now that the demand for their products is too high and they just cannot keep up. This is always a great sign, obviously, because clearly people are loving their products. And by the way, I can actually attest to that. My good friend swears by them and orders from them quite often, and their products are delicious. I've tried them, they're all natural, not like that junk that other companies put in their food. Beyond Meat, I'm looking at you. So definitely Very Good Food is one company to keep your eye on and potentially invest for the long term if you're bullish on this industry. Company number 4 for today is Newtopia. This one trades on the TSXV only right now. Newtopia is an interesting healthcare and telemedicine company that is focused on disease prevention. The company would be most comparable to a company like Livongo in terms of their business model, which is, patient-centric care/monitoring, and they have monthly recurring revenue. Their client list right now already has some big names like CVS, JP Morgan, and more. The business is doubling each year in a new segment of virtual care. Newtopia is a health tech company that provides a habit change platform to remotely manage employee health goals in an effort to reduce costs, but also to improve the overall well-being of people, and that leads to a 200% return on investment, says the company. Although Newtopia is in a much earlier stage of growth than, say, Livongo, I see the merge between Teladoc and Livongo as validating the market for this exact type of technology. Now, Newtopia's platform has had a randomized controlled trial, and the results do support the ROI claimed by the company. Newtopia is definitely an outside-the-box spec play in the health technology space at a reasonable valuation right now. If Newtopia reaches their goals, they will be able to bring some massive gains to investors. I am currently invested into Newtopia and have a small position with 600 shares right now, and I would not pay more than $1.05 Canadian for this stock right now. And last but not least, we have company number 5, which is H2O Innovation. This one trades on the TSX Venture and the OTC markets as well. Now, H2O Innovation, this is a play on clean water and desalination. As we all know, the Earth is going to run out of fresh water eventually, and this is where desalination companies could come in and really benefit. The one thing that's caught my eye for a multitude of reasons is H2O Innovation. And we see from the chart here, we've seen this stock go crazy recently. The company is in solid financial standing, and this is one of those under the radar, unorthodox, outside the box kind of plays that I actually really like. If you think this is a legit world problem that will only get worse, then perhaps H2O Innovation would be a smart investment for you. The stock right now is just under $2 Canadian, around the $1.80 mark last time I checked. And warrants are trading around 55 cents Canadian last time I checked, with an exercise price of $1.40. So again, right now it did run up a lot. So, I think anything in the 170, 160 range would be a perfect time to enter. And I do have a few bonus ones to check out as well. And so that would be CloudMD, which I've been talking about for months now, ticker symbol DOC.V or DOCRF on the OTC. I've been recommending this for a few months now. And also JacknathanHealth, which I just did a video on a couple days ago, ticker symbol JNH.V or JNHMF for OTC. JacknathanHealth did run up a lot and then proceeded to crash a lot. But I think around these levels of, $1.50, that's the perfect time to get in if you're going to keep this long term. So out of all the 5 stocks we've covered today, let me know in the comments below which one would you like me to do a full deep dive analysis on. Let me know in the comments below, and the one that gets the most comments, I will do a video on. All right, that wraps it up for today's episode. Guys, if this video brought you some value, then please smash that like button for me, as it really does help the channel a lot. And if you want more content like this, then don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell to be notified when any new video comes out. And of course, please feel free to join our Smart Money Discord server. It's free. We got a great growing community in there, lots of good dialogue, so see you there. Until next time, take care and invest smart.